Well, hello everybody. Welcome to my webinar today on this Saturday, the 25th of June. If everybody can hear me, go ahead and put in the questions box that you can hear me. Put anything you would like in there, and I should see it come through right here in my office today. We're going to show you and walk you through some of the new features that are available on ImagFly, and it's very early stages. So it's really, really cool to have an opportunity to show these kinds of things to people so early because I like to look back at this kind of stuff later once things have blown up and gotten bigger, and you can kind of see where it all started, where it all got underway. So if you guys can hear me, go ahead and let me know. I see Ockert says, hi, Daryl. If you guys can hear me, put sevens in the chat or tens because we're going to get you rocking here. And we can definitely get you guys going. Thank you very much, Pat and Ockert and James and Furhan, and all the other people that have showed up today. Thank you guys for being here to spend some time with me today. Now, the great thing about this is you may not have to spend any money today. You might not have to spend any money at all to just check this out behind the curtain because we are early and I'm giving away a chance for you to kind of test it out and play around with it. But if you are an enterprise plan user, all you have to do is register and go ahead and give us proof at support@mass.page and we'll go ahead and get you set up. I see Eddie that has checked in and we got him registered, and he is a lifetime enterprise user. So it's very, very easy for you guys to get set up and just fill out the registration. It will get you slid up to the basic plan for ImagFly. All right, so without further ado, I just wanted to thank you for being here. This is not going to be a super long presentation. There are a couple gifts at the end just because you did check in and spend some time with me today. So I've got a coupon code, but I also have a couple of resources that I will give to you guys here, and people on the replay will not see these because these will go right directly into the questions box. So hang in there. We'll get through this really kind of quick and get you back onto your weekend and get you guys doing what you do best. So, all right. So what I wanted to do is first go over the platform with you. I'm going to log out, and we're just going to look at the website for the first point here. So basically, at the top, it's super basic right now. It has a demo. If you click on this, you can play around with it with some Unsplash pictures, okay? And these pictures will go in and you can change and resize. So you could go down and do an overlay if you wanted to. You could put a blue overlay if you want. You can change the transparency, okay? You can change the image quality. So that's basically the compression. You can do blur. That's really good if you're going to do something over the image. You can put in text, which I'll show you here in a minute. You can change the text color as well. You can change the text size, and you can change the text font, okay? So what we've done right now so far is just we've resized the image to 200 by 133, and we've chosen this image and did this overlay and changed the image quality, okay? So before we do that, what I would like to do is go in and I would like to do a speed check on this particular image and size, speed size, and not a speed check, Pingdom tools. Pingdom.com, so you can kind of see what size this image is as it is right now, okay? Now, these are dynamic images, so they will perform a little slower because there are things that are changing on the fly. So don't compare this directly, but you know, it's getting a fairly good speed for a dynamic image. It's 69 kilobytes, the way that image is coming through right now. So now if we go ahead and generate this image, okay, we're gonna have a URL here that has that new size, okay? So we'll go ahead and we'll pop this in here. And we'll run this through. Hopefully Pingdom doesn't stop me because I haven't used it too much today. I think you can only use it so many times a day. All right, and now look at it. It's 7.8 kilobytes. All right, it's gotten a lot smaller. Load time is about the same because it takes so much time to do the trip back and forth no matter what. But if you take a look, the image is now much smaller kilobyte size. Okay. The other thing I want you to notice is that we took this from a source URL. Okay. I'll get into that more later. But basically, you can use your account, once you have your account, to change anything with the source URL. So let's say, for instance, you could change every image on your page with the same setup, same compression, all that kind of stuff, and you'll be able to update all of those images in dynamic form, which could be very, very helpful for an HTML website or something like that. And we built this because we're going to use it for MWB, and it's going to be very helpful for other SaaS developers so that they can create things on the fly that are optimized and responsive. So this is the basic demo. I wanted to just start off really, really simple here. So we're going to go back to, let's say, an 800 by 532 image. We're going to remove the overlay. All right, we're just going to clear that overlay, and you'll see now it is clear. I'm going to do now a dark overlay, and I'm going to now set that, and I'm going to say mass page tools. Okay, and the text is 100, and the font is this one. So it says mass page tools. Now that is right in the image. So if you save this image, it would come out as an image that we can go ahead and look at inside a browser, and this is actually an image. Okay, it can have IPTC data in it, which we can build from a campaign, and so there's a lot of things coming with regard to how we automate the IPTC data and the entity tools that we're building. So now the cool thing is that the URL, it has it in the URL, okay, this mass page tools, right here, mass page tools. All right. Now, if you were to type it in, mass page, whoops, let's just grab this here. I'm sorry, grab this here. And I'm going to grab this. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Go ahead and put something in the chat if you're paying attention and you see where this is going. But all right, so right here, mass page tools, we can put ImagFly is awesome. All right, now I put spaces in there, and when that goes into your browser, it's going to put ImagFly is awesome. So now if you are a mass page person, right, you could put the location and plumber in there, right? You could do, whatever your interest is, you can put it in the format of the URL, just like I just did, with dynamic tools. Okay, so this right here could be Orlando Plumbers, right? And that would go in and go like this, Orlando Plumbers. All right, and it's done instantly. It's cached. That's the other thing. So next time that image gets pulled, it will be faster the next time it gets pulled. So so that's really, really cool, right? So that's one of the things that we can do with this. Now, the other thing we can do is go to Google. You're not going to believe this. This is crazy. All right, I'm going to put in a plumber. This is going to blow your mind. Okay, we're going to go into plumber, and I'm going to grab this one right here, and I'm going to right click and grab the image URL, okay? And now I'm going to go back to this file, and where it says source URL, I'm going to go back to here and replace it with somebody else's image somewhere, okay? Now I'm going to place this in here, and now look at that. We pulled in somebody else's image. We put our code over it and our overlay, and we can adjust it on the fly. So for example, if now we have this image showing up with that source URL that is in the URL, so you could take a whole stack of images from some sort of folder, and then you could just put them all in there, merge them in, and you'd have a whole bunch of images with overlays, just like that. All dynamic, guys. Are you picking up a little bit of what we're saying? Are you getting a little bit of this? Is this exciting? Is this worth a little bit of your Saturday to spend some time? Yes. Does it make original images? No, it doesn't, but it can. That's the thing, is when you get into, when I show you on the inside, I'll show you some things that will make the images more original. Right now, you're not seeing there's a watermark that you can throw on. There's different things we can do. Now, if you don't like, let's say, just rewind this here. Let me go back. I'm sorry. So that has now changed. Let me see if we rewind this, because this is just from the demo. But this isn't really a tool to just make make AI generated images. That's not what this does, right? This allows you to take images and do some amazing things with them in bulk, and optimize them in bulk and be able to change them on the fly. So one of the things that are really important to do is to be able to have high quality images, but also mobile responsive images. And we can send several versions of the same image in your code, right, without any additional weight to the page, because all of those images will be served not from Cloudflare, but from your domain. And the beauty of that is when you get your images into Google Images, the link will go to your domain. It won't be some link inside of Cloudflare. Do you see what I'm saying? So the goal is to take image optimization to a whole other level, right? So you can do, instead of just mass pages, we could do mass optimized SEO images for traffic, for opportunities, for leads, for whatever affiliate offer you're working toward. Okay, so I hope you understand what I'm talking about here. This is, for me, mind-blowing. I've been in this business since the mid-90s, okay? And when I started working on this and started to realize that we could do this and put a source URL in here from some other image, well, guess what? We have APIs with Unsplash and other places, and you could just have image after image after image going into Pinterest, along with content from our siphon, and then that could just create you traffic on demand. You could make image after image after image for Twitter. All these things could have call to actions on them, and it could be really exceptional, because you're able to do so many things after that. Now, does everybody kind of understand what I'm talking about? Have I gone too fast? Before I move on to the next point, have I gone too fast? Do you understand this? Let me just enlarge this a little bit so you can kind of see what this all is. Okay, so imagine your source URL goes to here. Put link here. All right, now here's the other thing about this. Where it says imagefly.com, that could be cbn.yourdomain.com. Okay, so we're going to have it so you can CNAME onto your own domain what you want. So the domain credit goes back to you. You don't even have to reveal that you're using ImagFly. It'll still say fly, but it's not going to say imagefly.com if you get that package and plan. Some of this stuff, these features are not available yet, so we're not going to put it in there, and that's why I'm going to give you a really, really super deal to get access to this, and then you'll be grandfathered in for that price point for forever. So so hang in there, and we'll show you that in just a few minutes. But anybody have any questions? I see a few things I'm going through. Let's see, very excited since I'm just getting to mass pages for local stuff. Yeah, Furhan, you're gonna love this. Excellent so far, says Tony Ramos. Ockert says, does this make images original? It can, yes. As far as the overlays and the blur, yes, the images can be original for sure. Let's see, they see the benefit. Can this be automated with multiple pages? 1,000%, 1,000%. I think I did that on here. Let me see. And oh yeah, it was right here, and we took the images down. But we've already tested it, and multiple images is no problem. Every single page makes a different plumber site image, okay? But the nice thing is that, like, let's say, for instance, you look at this, you can put .jpg on this, and you will see it goes in here, and oh, you should be able to do that. There's a way to do that, that you can put that at the end of the URL, if that's what you care to do. My preference is going to be to try to download these images in bulk, because I'm going to show you some really cool tricks that ImagFly will be doing and currently can do in a small scale, but we'll be able to do easily in a few weeks, these in a bigger scale. All right, so one more thing I want to show you in here is Spintax. All right. One of the things that we do a lot of times in Mass Page is to do Spintax. So let's just go and we'll grab this. We'll just grab this source URL here. Let's see, Google Images. All right, we're just going to grab a quick image here. We'll pick on Google. Why not? Let's grab this one. I love it. Let's grab Google's image, and we'll copy the image address. We're going to go back to here, and we're going to go ahead and put this in here. All right. Now you've got that in there. Let's see if Google lets us steal their image. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Orlando Plumbers on the Google Images page. All right. So now let's go in and see if we can enlarge the text. Let's see, where is that? Orlando Plumbers. All right. So basically what we've done is we've created a URL that can be changed. So we have people that are already buying into this to make plugins. Okay. You would now, if we wanted this to be really fast, we can lower this quality down to less than 30, right? We can change the size. That size was a little big, so let's go down to 40. Okay, and just like that, like if you had a plugin, you could do this. You could just automatically resize everything right within the plugin, and the way this goes would be really, really cool. So so yes, see a few people in here. I'll respond to you in a minute, but here we go. Here's Google and Orlando Plumbers. Okay, and then that text can change. Now we're going to go back to this. I'm just showing you the principles of this, but where it says Orlando Plumbers, we can go back to here, and we could put, I don't know, we'll just do this. We'll do Orlando, New York City, Sacramento. I'm not sure how to spell Sacramento. San Diego, and Tampa, and Dallas. I'm just showing you how the Spintax works. This isn't how I would do it, but I'm just showing you how it can work, okay? So no tool on the planet will do this. If you redo this, it can change. Do you see how it went to Orlando? We're going to now it says New York City. Now it says Sacramento, probably misspelled, and so on and so forth. So you could keep the city the same and change the plumbers to, you know, HVAC or whatever you wanted to do. You could put affordable, low cost, professional, all of that stuff, so that that image does change. As Akert was asking, does it change? Yeah, you can change it up with Spintax inside. Now, if you don't like this particular font, you can go in and you can have this image changed to a different font family. Okay, so this one is using this Altona. All right, so if we were to go back and we can take a look and see what is Altona PX. Let me look here. That just says Altona. All right, so you would it probably would go back to the tool to pick a different font. But if we put in NYC plumber here and we kept that at that, we could do this one here. See, that's a different font style. Or you could go here. And if you have the API, you can put in your own fonts that you want. So this is like a typewriter font. Okay, we got this one here. So if you wanted that to go bigger, you can do that. And a lot of this stuff can be done more more aggressively with the API. And we have a whole editor that's coming out, and I'll show you what the editor is going to kind of look like here in a little bit. But so far, does this make sense to you guys? Is this, you liking what you're seeing so far with this? Let's see, so far excellent, very exciting. Okay, when you use the overlay, yeah, it should. Okay, yeah. Does it, or will it also be able to flip the images? Not at this point. I'm sure you could flip the images if you wanted to, but yeah, you could do that. I'm sure if you just insert it in other ones. Looks awesome, loving it. Tony says plenty of ideas. Akert says, and awesome. Simon says, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. We put a lot of work into this, a lot of my money, and we're trying to make this really work amazing for a lot of different use cases. All right, now let's get under the hood. First off, I want to tell you, anybody that is on this webinar, register for free. All you have to do is register in here. You're going to get access to the tool for 100 megabytes of storage for a very limited time. You don't have to put in any credit card or anything like that. So go ahead and do that while we're here. If you are an enterprise user, we'll go ahead and credit you up so that way you don't have to pay additionally for it. If you're on the monthly enterprise, you also get this. And when I say enterprise, I'm saying enterprise.mass.page. You get all of our tools, including ImagFly, which, you know, to be honest, I mean, ImagFly is much more than just a mass page tool, but we're throwing it in because we promised to do that, and you get the basic plan with that. All right, now, when I get into here, we're gonna just go into an account. You'll see this in the account. You'll see how much storage you have left and how much bandwidth you have left, okay, and according to your plan, and that will reset each month. All right, so so you have an API key, which you can show there. All right, you have your campaigns right here, and I'll show you how to make a campaign. You can upload one image at a time, and this is where the Spintax goes for the description and your keywords, which you can do a ton of keywords, and your IPTC data, which I'll show you that in a little bit. And then here's where you put your watermarks or your logos. And so when you come out here to the dash, you can see I made this a watermark. I'm gonna now first start with a watermark. I just did one for ImagFly, and I did it as transparent. So I wanted to show you that we can use a PNG transparent on this. All right. So that's a transparent logo for ImagFly. You can't see it because it's see-through. All right. So now let's see, what else? Let's go and add another, I'll do like gear 1.png. Let's just do that. This is the magic page, our mass page tools gear, and we can throw that on. All right, so now we have a couple of those. And now we have campaigns and this. Now, let's see, if we go to your account, we have just added this. So if you don't want people to be able to use your images on their site, you can go ahead and restrict the all of your images to just your site. So if you have your own subdomain and you point it to CDN or CDN dot whatever, you could go ahead and put that in here and it'll lock those images to only work off of that website. Okay, so if somebody took it somewhere else, they wouldn't be able to do it. You can also restrict it by IP address as well, and you can just put these in by comma. This is account wide. Now we're also going to have it by campaign, and eventually you'll be able to have like an agency type of privilege, and you'll be able to set up your customers to have their own images locked down to their website, so nobody can steal their images. It's just locked down to their website. Okay, so let me just show you the sign-in process. If you register for an account, you're going to log in. Let me see if I have an account here I can log into. All right, I'm just going to log in. In the upper left corner, you'll see upgrade if you don't have the monthly access. Okay, if you haven't paid, it won't say this, it'll say upgrade. You can click on that, and then there'll be a button that you can subscribe to it and then activate. But I'm also going to give you, so don't do it now, because I'm going to give you a coupon code after you've heard me out here, and that will save you mega money on this long term. So definitely hang in where you are. Okay. All right. So I also have a free gift for you guys for being here. Some research that I did that I'm going to hand to you free of charge. All right. So now that we are in here, we can do a campaign. All right, and we can hit a new campaign. We're going to call this webinar Webby Demo. All right. Now, if we went to, let's see here. I'm going to go in and take some text from Siphon. I'm going to do a thing on Siphon. Okay, so I'll go and take ImagFly's website. Let's see if I got this. Okay, I'm going to take ImagFly's website. I'm going to take this text here, and I'm going to go into Siphon. You can use whatever your tool is for this, but I like Siphon because of the way it works. It does 10 AI versions for each sentence. So you're going to see the Spintax that will come together here. So here's the Spintax. I have a little issue here. I'm going to fix this. Text shaker. This little thing is creeping up. It's a new bug, but we'll get that straightened out. So that just goes to period. And now we can take this. This is all Spintax. Hopefully you guys have seen this before. It's got a bar between each sentence. Okay. And so we're going to go in here. We're going to pop the Spintax in here. So each time the image creates, it will have a different one. All right. And then I'm going to go to, let's say, I don't know, I'll just do Uber suggest. And I'm going to put in dynamic. All right. We're going to do dynamic images. Let's see if that will, I might have to log into this account, but I'm just going to use it for some keyword ideas. I haven't logged in, so I'm not sure. Let me just sign in and see. It's a little bit of a slow site, so let me see what will happen here. So bear with us. This is cool. Can use Spintax can you Spintax the font? Yes, you can actually. You can change the font. That's a beautiful idea, Tony. You can do that if you're taking the URL. What you can do is take all of the fonts and just put them in spin text here. And our system will read that spin text and flip those fonts to the right one, because it's actually not our system that's doing it. Let's say you're using MPP, Magic Page Plugin, or you're using my new tool that's coming out, MWB. It will automatically flip these around because you're going to put this in as a code snippet. It's going to be, direct. So yeah, you could have a lot of variety, and it could definitely give you some unique images for sure. So so that's really cool. All right, so we did we're going to do keyword ideas, and you're very welcome, Tony. We're going to put dynamic images. All right, so let's see if I don't really love these, but let's take a look here. There we go. There's some interesting ones. All right, so we're just going to copy all to the clipboard. I'm going to take a look at these. And it looks like we need to put a little comma after each one. So I use my old text shaker to do that. And we will just go down here to add a suffix and go ahead and add a suffix. And we'll just go ahead and grab these. And we're just going to add these in as our keywords. Okay. Now, you guys ready for this? You're going to love this. Now, to save you some time, we have what we have in our magic form right here. So if I put in Ledyard, I can put in Ledyard, Connecticut, and I'll show you that. And it'll put in the information in here, which we'll also use for geo-targeting later. Or I could put in, let's see, Ledyard. I'll do that. And then it could change that information as well. And we're going to scrape that website from here to put additional information in. So it'll be really easy. We have some really cool things, guys. I can't tell you everything. We got some really, really cool things to help you build a entity stack, an image stack for you, so you can hit the knowledge panel with the things that we're building on here. It's going to blow people's minds. People will be able to do reputation management with their images with what we're building here. So you'll be able to knock down images that you don't want, because you'll be able to do so many images with so much of this metadata and so much of these keywords and so much variety, guys. So this is I'm telling you, it's kick-ass. It's kick-ass. All right, so we're going to put in this phone number. All right, and we're going to go ahead, and now it's going to say, well, let's create some images. All right, so now I'm going to go in and look for some images. So we'll go here, and I think we have some. Oh, we'll grab some here. Let's do some online marketing ones. Okay. All right, here's some right here. We're just going to grab a few of these. These are large images. All right, now they're all in here. And right off the bat, you've got your hosted image URLs. So you can use these hosted image URLs in whatever project you want. If you're a Menterprise user, well, guess what? Now you're hosting your own images, okay? And you'll be able to put it on your own cloud storage. You'll be able to use your own, custom domain, all of that, guys. Look at all these images. You can just copy and paste this into Menterprise and build out mass pages to your heart's content, okay? The other thing we're giving you here is this. Now take a look at this, guys. Look carefully. I'm gonna take this out just so we can blow it up for you. All right, and I want you to take a look. If anybody understands a little bit of HTML, you'll see what we've done here. Okay, so you've got this here. All right, and you've got this alt. Looks like there's an extra space we got to get rid of. This alt is grabbing a different one from each one of those keywords that you put in there. Okay, So dynamic WordPress, dynamic image background. Now, didn't that save you a whole shit ton of time? Think about that. We're taking all of that stuff and doing that. Now, the other thing that's happening here, and you don't see it quite yet, and I'll show you this in a second, is right here. Let me go back, and we'll go back to the now. Oh my God, I'm getting excited here because what you just saw here is incredible. It's hard to understand what you're seeing because it's a world first. All right. The information that you store, okay, goes in and gets stored so that you can take that IPTC data that you have, right? And you can go in and you can modify it if you want, but it can carry over to the image, okay? Now, when you go ahead and save your image, and we have an API and everything like this, so you wouldn't have to get this strange ID. But let's just say you want to keep that strange ID, okay? And you hit save, okay, and it saves it. And you go ahead, and this is going to make what they call as a persistent image, okay? And I want you to notice something very, very cool that just happened here. Very, very cool. Do you see this right here? This is one of those keywords just automatically thrown in where I like to tell you as close to the extension as possible, okay? So each image would have a different one of those from your keywords. Okay, so this whole stuff at the end doesn't really matter. It's just, Google knows that stuff exists. That's going to be fine. But here's the thing. It's going to be in a folder with your keyword. Okay, and that is going to be good for SEO on top of the metadata, on top of some of the other specialized things that we're going to do. That is going to be incredible, I think, for SEO, image SEO in particular. And also, our research shows that well-optimized images make the pages rank better. But we'll get to that on another case study. Okay, so here we are. We have now got this here. Now, if we did another image, it would have a different one on there. Okay, but the other thing is, if you have all those things in a slug, you can change it on that image and have that image show up 50 times. You know what I mean? With a different slug, if you want to. I don't believe in doing that, but I'm just saying you could do that if you wanted to, because you could take and put in a bunch of location information and then have that image show up with a different URL slug each time for a different keyword you're going after. Okay. Experiment, play around with it, see what you think. But that is something that is in here for you as well, that you can do this. So the other thing you can do, if you want to do like, digital marketing, Rochester, New York. Oops, I gotta do it differently. Hold on a second. You gotta save it here. I'll put in digital marketing, Rochester, New York. And we're going to make this so that this will be able to be done in bulk. All right, it's going to save it. Okay, now this persistent image now says next let's pull it up here. Let's take a look at, I'm just impressed with myself, okay? Next.js dynamic images that we just pulled from that keyword tool. And then we have in here this, which can come from the stuff that we're building, which could have a different city and state around your city, okay? And you can put in whatever niche that you want. All of this stuff is coming soon where it'll do it all for you, and you'll just have a zip file with everything ready to go, and you can use it, okay? I am excited. I don't care if you guys don't buy this. Please don't buy it, because I can make so much money off of doing this without you. I don't care. I'm serious. I built this for me. I built this for my mass page stuff. I should probably not sell this. It is powerful beyond belief. And where it's going is unbelievable. Because what what this thing does, and we're just scratching the surface. We are about 15% where I see this project going, and you get to buy it now at rock bottom prices. Now, let me show you a few competitors out there that are doing similar things that we're going to do. Um, so here's one called Nifty Images. Okay, and these are some of the things that they can do, and we can do everything on here. We just don't go after the animated GIFs. That's the one thing we don't do, but rules, sets, external APIs, data sources, all of this kind of stuff. Linking this up with a Google Sheet we're already working on, Zapier integration we're already working on. So all of these personal, so if you want to take a look at what this costs on a monthly basis, okay, and they're not giving you as much as we're giving you. All right. So as far as the way the tool works, all right. Now, if you go to our site and you look at the prices that are there right now, as we're just kind of getting started and getting our official first people on, see, it's much lower. It's much lower. So you're getting into the ground floor, and I'm going to give you a coupon code to save you 50% off these prices because you spent some time with me today. And so I just wanted to give you guys a little thank you. The people that believe in me from the beginning are the people that I am always invested in taking care of. That's what I've done with Mass Page Tools, right? The people that have signed in and got the lifetime enterprise, I'm still giving and stacking more deals to them without making a single dime more. Because I believe if you believe in me when we're just getting something started, that means the world to me. And I want to make sure that I pay you back by taking care of you and giving you the most value that you can possibly have. All right. All right. Awkward says, I'm not going to sleep tonight. So many ideas. Yeah, if you know what this can do, it could make you sleepless, to be honest. He says this is so much more than we discussed. I know. I couldn't tell you everything because it is crazy what this thing can do. If you have any technical knowledge, you will see how incredible this is, and the fact that you can have it on your own storage. The fact that you can export all the images with all of the stuff that's put in there from the GMB on down. I mean, come on, guys. I like to have a no-brainer. This is a no-brainer. The other thing is we're going to integrate some really cool stuff with Siphon as well. And I can't get into that, but that's going to help with a lot of other SEO parts of this tool. So I feel like I've forgotten a few things, but I would love to answer a few questions that you have at this stage. If you have any questions, but let me go ahead and I'll shoot over to what the coupon code is in case anybody has to go and race out of here. But I wanted to do a couple things. One is I want to give you your free gift for being here, and I'll explain to you why this gift is relevant today for this particular project. Let's see. Furhand says, I'm wrapping my head around how to use this and get the most out of it. Lots of possibilities. Yes, lots of possibilities. Let me do this before we jump out of this screen. I want to show you another website. Let's see here. So if you go to producthunt.com, and I'm not afraid to show you producthunt.com and all these kinds of things because I know that our thing is more powerful and dynamic than anything else. Nobody's doing what we're doing, so I'm okay with that. And so if you go to this, there's one called Placid, there's one called Hyperize, there's Rasterize, there's Dynapictures. This is the one I want to show you because Dynapictures has sort of the editor that we're working on. It looks kind of similar to this. And so, for Furhan, if you want to see this, go to dynapictures.com, and there's a demo on here. And I can just enlarge the demo, and we can just kind of watch this. But you can see this is what our editor is going to do. Is you'll be able to have a bunch of things that you put on here, and you can tokenize them. So you can put your little placeholder, you can put all these different things in there. Our API can already handle all of what this is doing, okay? But we just don't have the interface. But you see how they can connect a spreadsheet to it, and they're putting inspirational quotes in right now. And every single time it'll create another inspirational quote with a different background. You can see our tool can already do this. However, we just don't have the editor set up to do this. So if you're buying in now, you're getting the fact that this tool is going to be able to do things like this. Now imagine that you could send those things out to your Instagram or send them out to your Pinterest, and imagine the traffic you could do over time. Look at that. This is in a Facebook. You could send these things out and just put them on different on a repeat, you know, because we're going to through Zapier, right? And so you could just like if this then that or whatever, and just send out these images and get the traffic. So you know, I always believe in buying undervalued assets because it's so early on this, and you're going to have to be a little bit patient with us. It is undervalued, but I would suggest, even though it's free right now to sign up for ImagFly, I would upgrade even now for this because it will put you in a good point, because you have the low early access price and half off that, which I'm absolutely crazy to do this, but I got to get people to try this out. We got to get data and see what people think and all of that. Ockard says, is the storage based on a pre-compressed size, and how do we get more storage? Okay, so yeah, the storage you can get within the plans. So if you go to, let me just, now I'll bring the screen back over. I'm just looking for the right share screen. All right, so I'll bring this over. All right, so first off, this URL controls currently the blur, the size, the quality of the image, the compression, the overlay, the text color, the logo and watermark position, and the text in image with Spintax. It also has IPTC data, which has Spintax in the description. You can do keywords in bulk, as you've seen. It makes all those URLs and a lot more coming soon. Now, here is the coupon code that's already built in, and it's called I'm Early. So go to go.ht/I'm Early for early access, 50% off. Okay, so you're getting the early access prices that people in public are paying, but you're getting 50% off that. All right, and you're getting everything grandfathered in that you get on that plan. All right, so if you think you're going to use it a lot, go for an upper plan or a plan that you think is suitable for you. We basically break it down based on the storage and the bandwidth. So how many times your images are looked at, that's going to keep track of how much bandwidth you're using up on our system. Ockard asked the question, is it a pre-compressed? Now, it depends. If you are storing things that are what we call as persistent images, okay, those persistent images will be stored either on your server, your VPS, or wherever, because you can download them or you can send them to your cloud hosting. Now, as far as these images that we're manipulating, at some point they have to reside on our server just so that we have the original, so that we can manipulate it. But otherwise, the way it doesn't get displayed to the public that way if you have a custom domain. Okay, so your custom domain would be important in that way. Furhan says, I'm sold. Furhan says, if I get the lower plan now and work it out, can I upgrade and get the discount? No, I don't think so, because the coupon code I'm Early will be gone. It won't apply to this product in the future. So I use this only for new products that I'm launching, and it's not meant forever. So I'm sorry about that. But yeah, do what you can afford. If you can do the $50 plan, get it for 25, whatever, whatever works for you. All right. So that's basically it. I do want to also show you that watermark, because I thought that was kind of cool. Let me see here if I can do that, and throw in your questions if anybody has any questions about this, and I'll see what I can do to answer them as soon as we can get back to to this. Now I want to show this right here. There's a couple more things. All right. So on this image, I'm going to now put in this transparent logo in the top left. Now I'm going to generate that, and you can see ImagFly now is on Watermark for that. Okay, see how it's like translucent? Because it's a PNG, you can make it translucent. Now, if you're a photographer and you just wanted to mass produce things with watermarks on them in the cloud, right? You could put this in the center, make the image larger. I'm just going to go ahead and do this here. And we'll say, put the image here. So you can't see it, but it is watermarked with that ImagFly. All right. It's hard to see. Let me just make the image really small. It's all relative to the size of the image right now. But that is a see-through watermark, and people will be able to use this this same kind of tool for all of their images on WordPress, because we can build something that says, oh wait, I'm early. You misspelled it, Akert. It's I'm early. IMEARLY. So that's, if you type it wrong, it goes to a Fiverr affiliate offer. All right. So you can kind of see this here. It's there now. If you wanted to put it in a lower right corner, and again, this is rudimentary for now because you're going to be able to position it wherever you want to. You'll be able to change the size and everything like that. So now it says ImagFly down in the lower right corner. All right. Now the other thing is that's really cool is that you can save this as a preset. So like, see this image here, right? You can set this, and let's say we put like a white overlay. Let's see if what that looks like. I don't even know what that's gonna look. All right, so now we have a white overlay. All right, and we're gonna set the image quality at 30%. Right, and this is just the example of what we're doing. And then let's say I'm just gonna change this to a dark overlay and just play around here. All right, so you got ImagFly. All right, let's do a different color. Doesn't look pretty to me. That's really ugly. I'm a blue person. There we go. All right, so now you have that. We're going to go ahead and save this as Webby Demo, save. And now we've saved this as a preset. Okay, so now with this, if you go out here and you go here, you will see all of these images here have been affected by that preset. Okay, I hope you can see this okay. So all of those are now compressed. So all of your slugs here now have been changed. So all of your information has been changed based on that preset. And more of this is coming soon. So you'll be able to make mass changes and get new URLs just really simple. That's the beauty of these dynamic images, is you could totally change a ton of stuff. Do I have prices for MWB founders? MWB is a separate product I actually purchased from 2 other partners or 3 other partners. There is no price difference for ImagFly. John, I'm sorry about that, but you have the early access prices there. Let's see, Ocker says, can I post the, yeah, let me just do that. I will do that. And hopefully everybody gets this, send to all. Did it work? Let me see. I'll go here. And you can go ahead and do this. Now, if anybody wants, if they're really super excited about this and they want to be an affiliate, they think they have a good audience for this, reach out to me directly at daryl.chat and we can have a conversation about this. But again, these prices, like that $7.99 that I was showing you from this other site, Nifty Images, are $7.50 a month. Look at this. you know, 700 a month billed annually, 8,400. Imagine getting a affiliate for that, right? And so these prices will be going up, so it'll be pretty advantageous if you get selected to be an affiliate. But I'm not looking for a lot of affiliates. I'm only looking for people that have a pretty good size audience that can do something really cool with this. But look at this, guys. Look at all of those keywords put in as alt tags. Now we also will be doing like captions and title tags and putting them into the slug and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm really, really excited about what this can do. When you get registered and signed in, you will have to put the invoice number in. So you'll see a thing that says activate. When you get to activate, go ahead and put that in, and this will get updated usually within 24 to 48 hours. The storage usage. We just have to verify the purchase and everything. Trying to think what else. I think I've showed everything under an hour. Now, if anybody is curious about how to get Enterprise of Mass Page Tools, just go to Mass.page page and purchase Enterprise, and you can get it from there. If you missed the lifetime deal and you wanted the lifetime deal, you know, reach to me, but we've taken that off the website for now. So interested in Siphon, do you have the link? Siphonai.com. Let me just type that in there. Siphonai.com if you want Siphon. And again, if you want Mass Page Tools Enterprise Plan, which is still an amazing thing to get if you don't coming out, and that's going to be like unbelievable. And it's going to have Siphon and ImagFly built into it. I think that's what you were questioning. They're built into it. In other words, they're not, you can't take them out. They're like when you upload photos into MWB, they're going to use ImagFly to compress everything. And if you right clicked on text inside of MWB, it can turn it into Spintax and unspin it and all that kind of stuff. So it's built in from a programming perspective, but you can't like, it's not like you get it as a tool like outside of that. Do you see what I mean? So maybe that's what it was. So good webinar, Simon. Thank you. James Power, will you be bringing back the regular Sunday webinars? Yes, we will. I'm thinking probably I'm taking the summer and Simon's taking the summer off. We'll probably be back sometime, you know, when kids go back to school and things like that. So we're just going to kind of play it by ear. And thank you, Akers, for throwing that in there. Daryl.chat is a way to get a hold of me. Signed up to the pro plan. Don't want to miss this. Very nice, Farhan. Thank you for that. And I think it'll be a great investment for you long term, because like I said, the price will only go up from here. So and so will the features. So yeah, definitely. And you know, we'll be doing more videos on our YouTube channel, so make sure you check out. You just go to YouTube and type in Mass Page or Mass Page Tools, you'll find us up at the top, and you can go ahead and watch some of our videos, and we'll have more videos coming out about ImagFly. All right. This video will be out on YouTube, so if you want to watch it again, you can definitely watch it. People will not be able to see what I gave you guys as far as those domains, and that's it. So, all right. Any other questions? Last chance if you have questions for me today. Otherwise, we're going to shut this down, and hopefully you guys have a great weekend ahead. Again, 50% off the early access prices. Go to go.ht/ImEarly. No hyphen is necessary. All right. And everybody have a great weekend. I am out. Thank you so much. And we'll talk to you on the next webinar. Bye-bye now.